I know we can expect more from Impunity, mainly because the style of the Singaporeans in the world of Call of Duty Mobile, right? They've got more discipline for sure, and I believe that discipline does bring you places. Let's see how much or how far they can push Smart Omega here as we open up at Hacienda. As usual, it's going to be all stacked up on the second floor of Mana. Risky trying to get a couple of shots in, but the concuss from Impunity just playing the strategy well from the very get-go through those utils. But the gunfights department, they do go ahead to lose as they lose the hill as well.
Yeah, Impunity right now just jumped the gun on that P1, and that's one thing that you don't want to happen, because a lot of teams right now, especially for those experienced team in Hacienda, will go and focus on power positions in second floor. That's where they clean up and then take advantage of your respawns as they take the finds, and that's what's showing right now with 23 points already against the 6 that Impunity has, and they have plenty more to spare because they have good position already boxing out that P1. So 16 seconds remaining, and it's not looking like Smart Omega will be letting go, but they did, and they are preparing for that P2.
It's tense moment here because Impunity did put out quite a bit of effort, but in P1, as usual, it flicks back and forth. In P2, this is where we truly see if or not Impunity is capable of taking the strategic approaches towards the kill and cracking down the defense of Smart Omega. Smart Omega smartly attacks from 2 angles. The spawn off of Stonewell gives them that backstab ability. Now everybody funnels through the flowers out of that statue spawn, heading into lobby as well, but it's just all-out gunfight supremacy out of the Filipinos. Smart Omega slaying them where they stand the moment they are spotted.
I love the angle that has been held by Kevs right there, because with the distractions being done with the rest of Smart Omega, Kevs will not be spotted and he will be able to go for the backstab. Thus, he did so with 30 seconds to spare. Not so much of movement in terms of points for Team Impunity, but they will be moving towards them, probably break off what split or what rotation is being done by Smart Omega. But to what extent? They only left 3 players, Smart Omega, in here to defend the remaining few seconds, and rotation will be done, or early rotation will be done by Impunity, but they're not expecting the 2 players already on them.
Clear map awareness from Impunity. I like seeing this. They're just losing out in the gunfight, and this is a little bit different when we look at the other amateur squads out of Malaysia, because there was a lack of gunfight and a lack of strategy. See the strategy, but just execution-wise, Impunity just can't seem to cut themselves any bit of slack here, because Smart Omega is just going all out on the bot. Tin is gonna manage to pull away a couple of lives from the team, as well as he brings out the gravity vortex. Here comes a Pretty out of nowhere. Tin hits a double, and the torture continues. Impunity cannot find the hard point, and Smart Omega wants to prove a point as well. You think the players of ECR Bookie had a dominating run? Let us show you what dominance is. I guess that's what the storyline is like for Smart Omega.
Yeah, that's what they're unfolding right now, because regardless of where Impunity is spawning, whether it's front, whether it's back, they have everyone prepared to that angle. With only 13 seconds remaining, Impunity is still in less than 20 points, and 120 to 114. It's not looking good for Impunity in terms of how fast they can recover. They are preparing to go in onto the next hill, but with all the angles and not so much of an opening that can be taken by Impunity, they might be in a disarray once again.
I believe I've met Gurking once in a ranked match, and this guy just absolutely whooped me. But yeah, clearly there's a huge difference in terms of playing a ranked match and playing a pro match against a team like Smart Omega, who are your 2-time Garena Master champs. 132 to 19 as Impunity finds the break. This is going to be a solid hole. R7K holding it with the Sparrow. Now he's going to be paused as a tad bit as he swings around to the right. Kevs instantly puts him down, not with a shot, but by the trophy. Smart play from Kevs.
Yeah, good understanding of what the damage it has to offer. Sparrow is in there, averted by Smart Omega. Now with a few more seconds, they'll be reaching the 250 mark, and only the remaining 100 needs to be captured by Smart Omega. Impunity, though, they move a little bit, but not so much. I don't think Smart Omega will be giving away 3 points for them, because as you can see, the rotation of Smart Omega, it's more of controlling where Impunity will be coming from, and the moment they show up and step into that P1, they will be put down.
Impunity, can they make it past this 30-point mark? Because things are getting a little dire in here, Neptune. The lowest score a losing team has picked up thus far has been 58 points, and I believe that was Savage Doctor against the West Point Mamba Low Kings. This is looking, oh sorry, no, 42 points. That was E8 Nova against EZR Bookie, my apologies. So the bar is set pretty low. Impunity, let's see if or not they can be the best underdog here. And they take a fight against Smart Omega, a team not easy to beat down. And once again, it all happens at this P1 where it's just total chaos. They win out a couple of gunfights, straight up hopping on into the hill. But that doesn't really last long.
Yeah, it's not lasting long. The hill time really for the side of Impunity is it's being taken away by Smart Omega. And not only that, in terms of elimination, yes, they can put up a fight from 3 players, but comparing to how much elimination has been done by Smart Omega, it's not so much that they can clear an area and take it over. Teffy right now going in a huge angle, but will be taken down as well. Still stuck to 38, but at least they got close to the 42 that we are expecting that they beat against E8 Nova, but they're the 200 mark about to be reached by Smart Omega. Yes, they might not be able to close it this time, and the only question is, will they let the point through Impunity?
Dude, 42 is the bar. Impunity, you gotta break it. The ceiling is really low. All you need to do is just stretch your hands up high and you're gonna be able to surpass it. But Impunity is finding it to be tough to break through the stronghold of Smart Omega, who are on the hunt. Hunter Killer Drone will slay a double as well. Idra very precise with the strike. 3 players, make that 4, make that 5, stacking the hill to ensure Impunity pulls nothing away. But perhaps an early rotation into Warehouse can be the difference here for Impunity, or else it's gonna be a little bit embarrassing, Neptune.
Yeah, Smart Omega, even without getting up close, they are being put in a spawn trap with Kevs in there with a triple using that Freddy. There's delayed the movement of Impunity and bring themselves closer to that finish mark. But this time Impunity, broken the 42 mark, and they are still in there. Smart Omega right now being stopped with the 9 points that they need to end this all. It is now light from Impunity, but they haven't taken down, take over with the spawns that they have pulled anchoring in here. They might be living a little bit longer, AJ.
E8 Nova still holds the title of the worst hardpoint squad in performance thus far. Impunity is gonna be smiling a little bit, but just a little bit, because they still got whooped here by Smart Omega. 250 to 51. Impunity had the ideas, but found no proper execution. In fact, they got executed.
Yeah, executed indeed.